Hi everyone, this is Srishti. And this is my video for the Women Techmakers Ambassador program. So, addressing the three questions I was asked, like the very first question, that why I am the perfect fit for the community. I believe that when you are ambassador or somewhat in a leadership position, I think the first and most foremost important part is that you should recognize the root cause, the problem statements of your local community. You should recognize the local problems of the area that you live. And I think being a part of, or like as a JDJ organizer earlier, that was what was my main job was. I used to look out for the local problems, the local problem statements, and work on building and drafting the solution. So now, why specifically for the women in tech? Because yes, because okay, not only for me being a woman, but I think most importantly is that when I was exploring the local problems, I realized that there are some specific root causes. Like for example, there are women who were in tech, but after due to long family commitments, when they're coming back, they don't get much recognized. They are not much aware that's going on in the surroundings, so they're lagging behind comparing to their peers. They are like women in their 50s or under 40s. Then there are specific women who have just joined in the tech space, but they have this craving to learn a lot, but they are not getting much of visibility or don't hear about much okay, like not much about sessions that they can be aware about. Then they've got these specific set of women who are not very interested in tech, but they have the knowledge, or they are really very talented. And these are some of the root causes. And most importantly, that there are plenty of women in tech who always prefer staying in a bubble, to prefer staying in their own comfort zone, and their main problem is they're not able to understand how to come out of that comfort zone and actually do something in tech. They are not getting recognized, and it pains me a lot that when I'm going out to judge different hackathons or I'm going for speaker sessions, I don't see this ratio, like there's not even the equal ratio of having 50% of females, 50% of males. There's so less like compared to the past 10 years. Like you can just go to the statistics these days that women in tech have gotten so much of reduced in the past like 5 to 6 years. And I think somewhere, while recognizing these root causes and problems, I want to do something for them. So yeah, that's where my second question comes, that what can I do for the community? Yes, definitely I am going to organize sessions, I'm going to maybe organize hackathons, but I think in order to eradicate the root problems of the local community, or maybe about the existing local problems that I have in the women in tech, but I can observe around in my surroundings in my city, is that I'm going to be organizing peer-to-peer learning sessions, mentoring sessions mostly, and create these small spaces of different set of clusters of women, of like women in tech and specific, and identifying what there are in like areas of interest, maybe one cluster for web, one cluster of AI, one cluster of ML. So apart from that, also yes, definitely organizing mentoring sessions, especially for women who are new to the community, like not human community, are either like getting back after probably a 4 to 5 years of break back into the tech space, and for them to understand what the current like surroundings, what is actually happening there, how AI is revolutionizing. Because there are still, I see women who are still struggling, not about writing a code, but to understand that it is the agentic era, and that AI, that how they can actually leverage the use of AI and everything. Yeah, that's a completely different part about learning about tech. But yeah, I think that is what the most important part is. I think the most important part what I want to do as a woman in tech is that I want to connect them with them heart by heart to understand their root problems. And I think what that's something I can definitely do for the community, to connect with them, to help them understand what are their problems, and to find out solutions, connect with the local developers, create a group, peer-to-peer learning as I've mentioned above, small clusters of group, and create these small safe places for these women, so that they can open up and help them reach out to more such opportunities apart from maybe WTM, like scholarship programs, generation programs, then fellowship programs, to connect with them with more such programs so that they can be part of it, like step programs and all. So I think that is what I can do for the community. I think I can go deep dive. I can generate much more better solutions for the local problems. Apart from that, as the last question, that what am I going to gain? Honestly, on my personal end, I think doing a 9 to 5 job is something I don't always wanted to do. I think I want to do something very different, something unique. I think at the end of the day, it's not always about learning ourselves, it's also about giving back to the community. So I think WTM can be something very refreshing for me, because for past 5 to 6 years when I was in the community, I was completely focusing on the genetic side. I was always um, providing content or organizations for everyone, but this is something very challenging as it's completely specific about a particular community for the woman in tech, and to address such a sensitive topic, it's like a challenge for me. And yes, I love to take up challenges. So I think that's it for my personal and for my personal game. I think this is something that would be a really fun roller coaster ride for me, to be a part of such a great community and to meet such amazing women out there. And yes, actually I know few amazing women out there, and it has always been so much inspiring. And I think today where I am today, not maybe very successful, but having a very stable job, to able to learn more, to meet such an amazing people. Kudos to those women who I knew earlier. And I think this is what I want to be, not just a regular 9 to 5 girly, but to be back to the community, to connect with more people, learn, and to learn more about what's happening in the tech space, and helping out those women who are currently in this close bubble, to help them burst it, to come out in this world of amazing tech, how AI is actually revolutionizing things, like create amazing projects, and to learn more. So yeah, more power to all those amazing women out there. So yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, and that is what my video is all about. Yeah, thank you.